仮面の英雄、バットマン。
A loving couple are walking on a sidewalk at night, just as they came across a green moth-head mutant in the alleyway looking at a light ball. The couple tried to walk away, but the mutant sees them as the couple run for their life. However, the mutant didn't attack them as he feels shyly embarrassed as to why he has to take on a task after becoming a mutant Cajun.
キラーモスの恐怖、光を取り戻せ。
The next day at the police station, Haruko is interrogated by the officers on why she attacked Yuki at the beach. Haruko explains that she has been anxious to find out if that president is Batman according to previous episodes, and her depression of losing those dear to her just made it worse on her mental health, and that she can't control those hysterical emotions as a result. The officers get angry to ask if she plans to kill the president for that reason. But Haruko snaps back by yelling that she has to harm him by force if she wants to get the answers so that she would never have to suffer from grief, lunging and attacking the officers for them to believe her. However, she was taken away by the officers to put her back into her cell, screaming in anguish. Meanwhile, in his mansion, Yuki hears from the rumors on TV that a green moth mutant always looks at the light bulb by night without making a move, which feels creepy, as Yuki, who looks at the file that it's subject number 20, Killer Moth, wonders if that mutant just brought back his memories after seeing the light, and wonder what does the army want him to do that he always want to resist. In the base of the Black Mask Army, Kamen scolds Killer Moth for his past attempts to cause a blackout in Japan, but instead he just looks at the light and those missions. Killer Moth talks back that he doesn't want to become part of the mafia anymore, saying that getting rid of the light means the end of happiness and hope. Angered, Chrono warns Moth that he has one last chance by tonight for him to truly understand becoming an innocent unbrainwashed mutant that fears the people. If not, he will be killed by the mooks that they will watch over him. Later that night, Haruko is lying on her bed, still in tears as a result of her behavior, just before a guard arrives to pick her up that someone would like to talk with her at the visitation room. Heading there to find Tsuri there, much to Haruko's surprise that she's okay from the Killer Croc Cajun attack. Back in the streets, Killer Moth heads to the power plant to destroy the generator to cause a blackout, as the mooks are behind him with their guns to shoot him if he escapes. Killer Moth tries to destroy the generator, but he really doesn't want to harm the people who live in this city, and that the army is causing casualties that are extremely terrifying. The mooks point their gun at him if he continues to say more about that. Killer Moth runs away as a result with the mooks firing at him. However, the bullets are blocked by the arriving Batman, who takes them down and comforts Killer Moth that he won't hurt him. Back in the visitation room, Haruko confesses to Tsuri that she feels sorry for the days she went through to know more about the clown mutant related to her loved one and the truth about Yuki as Batman, as she confirms she's guilty because those goals are now shattered, crying as a result. Back in the streets after thanking the masked hero, Killer Moth explains that he was Tomage, an scientific expert on lights, until he was abducted by the army, who turned him into a Cajun but didn't get brainwashed because they used him of what it means to become a fearful mutant towards the people and to take on tasks. Batman understands this and believes that Killer Moth has a good heart, always, and that the hero can't forgive the army for making Moth a tool to carry on tasks and fear the people for this. Back in the room, seeing the look on Haruko's face, Tsuri also apologizes for taking her to the beach and not noticing the crocodile mutant's surprise attack behind her to be taken away for Haruko to suffer more and have that violent emotion, as Tsuri just wants to make her bestie really happy without being anxious and depressed. This makes Haruko to be surprised by this, as Tsuri continues that it's okay for everyone to make mistakes that could not be predicted, and also that an angry heart of Haruko's is to blame for the latter's suffering. Haruko tearfully thanks Tsuri for her words. Back in the streets after telling Killer Moth that this might hurt a bit, Batman pierces the mutant's blood out of the heart, turning back into Tomage as the latter thanks the hero, who later takes him back to his own home. Chrono sees this from his base and is ticked off by this, calling that treble Cajun worthless. Just before, a punk-like attitude silhouette with wings says that causing more intense power in Japan would be way better than a blackout, as Chrono sees him welcome back his return from Africa, and tells him to use that intense power on Japan someday for the next plan, as the silhouette manically accepts his commands, saying that the masked hero will never put out the power the former possesses. The next day at the police station, Tsuti and Haruko are exiting the building, as Haruko thanks her friend for bailing her out and, thanks to Tsuti again, says that she has already calmed herself to focus on being happy until the clown mutant shows up if possible, as Tsuti asks about Yuki's Batman attempt, which Haruko happily replies that she will not be focusing on that as well, much to Tsuti's delight, as the story ends with them walking home to their hotel, filled with giggles and a friendly hug on the way. The next Cajun sets out to bring wildfires in Japan. Batman confronts him in the skies by using the Bat Machine 03, Batfighter. During that, Batman finds out the Cajun's identity that leads to a painful memory.
地獄の炎、ファイアフライの伸び攻撃。